here today to talk about some practice you can do with your rifle to get ready for the season that doesn't require you to be at a shooting range. I've read that somewhere between 75 and 90% of shooting skills can be worked on just by working on your mount and your trigger pull. For big woods hunting, I think we can add a couple more things. So we'll work on mount, trigger pull, and then the multi-shot, multi-angle shooting. I've missed my fair share of bucks, wrote a book about it, bucks that got away. You might have seen it. A lot of these tips are in there, so pick that up. One of my buddies missed a buck and was complaining about it when we were all back together, and my Uncle Ron gave him crap when he asked why he missed. My uncle said, because you're a piss poor shot. So I think we can do something about that, starting now and being ready for November. The first thing I like to work on is just the mount of my rifle. I do that two ways, with my eyes closed and with my eyes open. Simply practicing pulling up that rifle. Pick a spot, look at it, and everything should just come together so that you're on target. I like to do it 5 times, eyes open, and then I like to close my eyes, pull up, and see if I'm looking right through the scope. If when you pull up and look through the scope or the peep and the target's not right where you want it to be, not centered, you should probably adjust that mount a little bit. It's a great time of year to do that. Trigger pull is another thing we can work on this time of year without having to go to the range. There's some debate as to whether or not you should use a snap cap. I do when I'm working on slow trigger pull control. I've adjusted the trigger of my 760. I put in a Timney trigger with a new sear and a new spring, so it's a little more crisp and a little lighter. You might want to do that, but if you like your trigger pull the way it is, and when you're shooting at a buck quick, it probably doesn't matter. Something to think about. So I just like to pull up and just real slow get a handle on how that trigger pull feels. Work the action, reset, take your time with it. Get that motor memory in place. After you've worked on it slow, I like to pick a couple, I'm shooting at trees, not shooting, but looking at trees as targets. I pick a couple branches or a couple knots on those trees, and I like to pull up and work through as quick as I can. Really doing it intentionally and making sure that you're taking aim every time is going to help you when that buck is running through and you've got to take some shots at him. I'm not the best shot in the world. I'm no master gun instructor, but those are tips that can help you in the big woods later.